Good morning, everybody, wherever you are in the world. This is Marius Landman. It's now almost 6 o'clock here in Brisbane, Australia. And I believe it's 10 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock in the morning in South Africa. So welcome to everybody that has just woken up in South Africa. You're having a cup of coffee. And for all our people there in Nigeria, in Ghana, up north, West Africa, welcome to all of you. This is the start, 15 March 2021. Today is 6 p.m. here in Australia in Brisbane. It's 10 a.m. in South Africa, and I believe it's probably 11 o'clock in Nigeria, I believe. And then we also got people here from Ghana. In West Africa, we've got so many people here. Welcome to everybody from West Africa. Growing really fast in West Africa, guys. You know, people are loving it. And then thank you for Trend 6 Signals, who are sponsoring this whole event here. Thank you for that, and we welcome everybody from around the world. Harelnaats, long-term trade reports, small cap, big gains, everybody from around the world. Guys, we are just a big community. Everybody trades a little bit different. Some people like the day trade signals, and we're going to show you some really stunning gains that has been going on in the day trade signals for Trendsig. And then obviously here in Harelnaats, people are making some really good money. So guys, people are really making stunning money. Long-term trade reports too. We're having some really good success. So we are having really good success. I just communicated with Jacques and Alex here from Trend 6 Signals. Channels are growing really well, guys. There's some really, really good stuff happening here. Now, remember, this call today may be a little bit longer than 20 minutes, but we are going to try and keep it in 20 minutes, guys, because if we can't show you what the market is going to do in 20 minutes, then we're not clever enough. You know, it's really simple to show you what the market is going to do. So I'm going to go through Bitcoin. I'm going to go through Ethereum. I'm also going to show you some really private information that I don't want to come out. I only want to show it to our members all around the world. I'm going to show you our algorithm data, where we see Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is going to move, and then where all the altcoins are going to move. Because remember this, in the past, people were trading in the dark. Nobody knew what Bitcoin was going to do. But we have it. We have got the data. We will never be 100% correct. And you'll see sometimes in Trendsig, yes, we make a negative 1, 2, 3, 4%. But then comes the big gains, and we make, like the other day, Alex, how much did we make there on Matic, I believe? Yes, that was a massive move there, or some other coin. I can't remember now, Alex.
ZIL.
ZIL, that's ZIL.
Almost 22%.
Yes, that was amazing. So guys, these are the small little fun things that you can have, and you can make these gains in Trend 6 Signals. Let me quickly share my screen. As I said, it's going to be a little bit longer perhaps here. And Jacques, thank you for sponsoring this. Thank you, Alex. You know, from Trend 6 Signals. Guys, you really, if you're not part of Trend 6 Signals yet, go there. You know, get your membership there. We are going to leave a few minutes open for questions, guys, but we don't want to stay here for 30 minutes, an hour. What we have seen here with Ethereum is that it's went up there into this ascending triangle. Perfect call here. And remember, then we said it's going to break out and come down, and we're now in the repeating pattern. Remember, we said here that if Ethereum does not drop 30% here, then what it will do a repeating pattern. And that's exactly what it's done, repeating pattern. Now, guys, you're going to make some stunning money in cryptocurrencies. These are the kind of stuff that we are waiting for. We want to see them. Ethereum basically is there now. We can expect a bit of a downwards trend here, and I'm going to show you now what we see according to our algorithm data. Once this last pullback is done, we are going to have a massive run upwards here. And this is the reason why Jacques, myself, Alex, Wendy, and Teresa, and everybody decided, listen, we have to show our members this so that you can get the confidence. But also, guys, very important that you must trade with a stop loss. You've done the training. If you haven't done it yet, go to the websites. The training modules are there. They're up there. You can do the training. Very important that you do that. Now, remember, we're going to have a breakout there. With regard to Bitcoin here, similar. Very, very similar. A little bit different, a little bit faster moving. You can see here, there's your downwards trend there. It broke up into that channel there, had a bit of a drop here. And now it's just going to stagger upwards here, a bit of a pullback here, a bit of a pullback. And I don't know how far this pullback is going to go, but we are going to break out. And I'm going to give you the date cycles shortly. Okay, once we've got Bitcoin here now, I'm going to move Bitcoin up slightly here. Let's move it up there. And I'm going to go and move Ethereum up there because I'm going to bring up this Excel data spreadsheet from ours. Now, remember in the report, in the Bitcoin Trend Forecast report here, if you go to report number 282, we give this analysis to you. And we are going to give that kind of analysis also in the next 10 days for our Trendsec members for HODL Nuts. We want you to make profit. In this model here, what we said is on 28 February, we were on a low. From that low, we jumped up, down, and about 4 or 5 days last week, Friday, we said that we are there. We've now moved on, and you can see that Bitcoin has spiked upwards here, and Ethereum has also gone upwards here. Now, this is about 4 or 5 days ago. Now, let's have a look and show you where we are now. Remember, that is the report where we were, report number 280. I'm going to move here to the right-hand side. Now, this data includes data from Apple, Microsoft, a whole bunch of other data that we compile. Because remember, the historical data will tell you where the market is going to go to a certain extent. Now, pay very close attention or come back and watch this video. Okay, from this top here on 12 February, we dropped right into this low and we had a second low. Remember I said that was going to be a second wick down. So we wicked down to this point here and the low came in on 28 February where Ethereum was about $1,300 and Bitcoin about $43,000. I was lucky enough to buy some Ethereum, 10 Ethereums at $700. Now, as the market moved upwards here, remember we said it's going to turn around, go up, while the rest of the world said, listen, this thing is going to drop, get out. We said, no, it's going to go up. So it went up again. Now, at this point in time, we're finding ourselves almost about there. That is with Ethereum. Bitcoin may be a little bit further up in this cycle. Believe it or not, but all these coins follow a cycle. Okay, now Bitcoin is going to go to a top there. It could be 67. Bitcoin may have already topped at about 60. I don't exactly know. We talk of about a 7, 8, 9, 10% variance here. So it's very difficult to find that top there. But what will happen at that top is that we are going to have a wick 3 downwards, like a little wick. Now remember, sometimes these wicks can come and wick you and catch you out and drop a lot lower than expected. From there onwards, we're going to go up again. We're going to have a wick number 4. Now, here are the new dates. I believe that this top here is going to be between 18 and 19 March. So I believe there's still going to be upside, and it could be that Bitcoin hits 67,000. A very important point. In our report, if I go back here to Bitcoin, remember that target there that I said? That it's going to be possible for Bitcoin to hit a very important high point of 67,499. It's very likely that we're going to hit that target here. In this sense, something like that, it comes down and then spike upwards. The overall direction, that's all you really want to know. The overall direction is upwards because we are going to have a bit of a pullback here into a low point there, but another low point, not much lower than this point here. From this point onwards, I'm going to give you a little bit extra data here. Between 24 and 25 March, that could be the next low. Remember here, 28 February, a low point there, and about a month later, almost a month later, another low point there. Then, guys, then comes a massive big move. Now, from this low point here up to that high point here, look at what I'm going to show you here quickly. This target point here could take Ethereum up to $2,400. Now, it could very likely take Bitcoin up to an unbelievable $86,000. Okay. Now, if we are going to hit $86,000 in Bitcoin, it could be that Ethereum reaches about 2.5, 2.6 perhaps. This is the thing with Ethereum. Remember, we don't exactly know if we're going to hit that 67. If we now hit 67 there and it drops and it then comes back up again, we are going to hit this target here of 86,000. If Bitcoin has already topped, then it means that Bitcoin will top at about 60. And then that target will just be a little bit lower than 86. But regardless of where the target is, you know, the market is going to go up. We are now there. We're going to go slightly upwards. We're going to go slightly downwards. We're going to make a loop. And then we have this big breakout here to that point. Unfortunately, we're not going to show what happens after this, but that is not the end. That is not the end, guys. I had a look at this, Alex, while I just get ready. Just kick me out if you want to get in. If I look at these calls that you guys have made here, this is just fantastic, guys. Look at this. This one here, 7.2% ANKR. And I don't know what coins you want to go through, perhaps. If you can just give us a short introduction.
Yeah, thank you. So I will go quick through ZIL. So that call was almost a week ago when we had sent it, and it was 3 days ago where we hit all the targets. So we had sent the signal kind of like here in this area. So, and you can see that there was a little bit resistance in there, and that's why the price struggled a little bit to go up, but it did not hold for long. So that took a day and a half, more or less, before we went then all the way up here. So, and as you can see, guys, that was also in our small cap and big gains report. There we had sent our targets a little bit earlier because that is a little bit more long-term. When I saw ZIL setting up for a nice move for a day trade signal, I did not held this coin back for small cap big gains. I had sent then also for our Transic day trade members a call, and we have hit the target within 2 days here of 24.17%. I think it was. Oh no, sorry, 20. It was almost 22%. It was a little bit lower. Yeah, in small cap big gains, we still see a higher target here that I will, or that the team will publish today with the outcoming report. So that's why I had to blanket here to not give too much away right now. So, but they are definitely much higher targets for ZIL still coming for the people that want to hold it a little bit more long term. And then I can also get into ANKR. So overnight, so we hit the second take profit. So I have to update the channel about it. So we got to 13.18%. And after that, the same candle went all the way down and wigged us out of the trade.
Yeah, but there was still a profit of 7.2%, wasn't there, Alex?
13.81 actually.
Oh, 13. So okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So it went to the second take profit point and then it went down. So and it looks now that it wants to make a move soon again to the upside. So for everybody that is still in ANKR or who bought back, I still see more upside here that this might turn around and hits then all other targets here. So you can basically trade it a second time.
Absolutely, no, for sure. Alex, what other coins are there? I think we got a target point for ADA. ADA, yes. And another one for Digibyte is a target point 1, TP1. We hit TP1 and TP1 on both, basically.
Yeah. So for ADA, here we did not hit the stop loss. Here also, we could see slightly more downside or sideways action before ADA turns around and goes up. But I see in the midterm just huge upside potential. I had a look at the weekend in terms of where we are in this bull market, and we haven't seen anything yet. So the Bitcoin dominance is still super high. It must go so much lower. And there are still so many coins that will do at least like 5 to 10x and even up to 50x from what I've seen on the weekend. Yeah. I don't want to give too much away because I kind of worked out on the weekend where we go after April my way. So, but I will keep quiet. So, but I'm excited for what's to come.
No, that's good. And remember, guys, this is a sponsor for Transic day trade signals. So guys, the signals that you get here is signals like this in this Telegram channel. It's a private channel. You get those signals there, you trade, there's target points. There's also a training chat here where you can get involved in and chat with other like-minded members. And then also you get like a VIP signal chat here. Now, let's quickly get back here to ADA. Exactly, Alex, what I see as well. In our algorithm data, it points here to a bit of a spike upwards here. Remember, there's your repeating pattern. Pattern number 1, pattern number 2. We are just taking a little bit of a breather here. Just a slight breather. When we break out of this channel here, it's going to make another move upwards here. And guys, the targets that we identified here from the bottom was a stunning 900%. Stunning 900%. And that was from this bottom here. If you look at here where we recommended that now, that's already up about 60, 70, 80%. It went as high as 100, 107. So this is not done yet, Alex. You are 100% correct. If we look at our algorithm data with these Fibonacci circles, then that high point is most likely going to be at about 7.5 for ADA. It sounds impossible. But you just heard somebody mentioned here at the beginning of the call that they bought ADA at 10 cents. It's now $1. The next one I quickly want to show you here is Theta and Theta Fuel. Do not disregard this. And this is a little bit extra information for our Trendsec members here and for members all around the world who are watching this webinar here as well. This one here is just going to consolidate here. We really want you to make some money here. So pay close attention to this. Once we consolidate here, it's going to break out here and probably go to $14. I hear so many people talk about the fact that Theta is going to drop down here to this target here of $1.80. And there's psychics that said it's going to drop to $1.80. Oh, well, if it happens, it happens. But I can just tell you guys in our data, when we break this blue-purple line here, this thing is going to go to $14. The other one I quickly want to show you here is this one here, Theta Fuel. Theta Fuel has no resistance in this point here between this target here of 33 cents to about $2. That can give you a potential of about 500 or 600% gain. What I want to show you here with regard to Theta, look at where Theta is right now at the moment. And let's go back to ADA. Can you see here that ADA consolidated exactly at that spot as well? It jumped over this gray line here. That gray line is the same mathematical equation that we find in ADA. So ADA is ahead of Theta Fuel. This means that Theta Fuel could consolidate a little bit here. Then it's going to make another move upwards, go exactly the same path of ADA, and then jump out. Let's go back to Theta Fuel. And there you see that move. See over that gray line there, the mathematical equation. It's going to jump upwards here, create a trend line here, symmetrical triangle, and then break out into this high point. Okay, so I think we have given you a lot of information, you guys. The basic thing that you just need to remember is this. Take a snapshot of this. We are there, somewhere here. We're going to go upwards moderately, a bit of a downwards trend. And this can take days, 2 weeks, and then comes a nice big breakout. I believe this breakout is going to happen here somewhere in April. Okay, but that doesn't mean that certain coins will not go up. When Bitcoin and Ethereum drop, some of these coins like Theta and Theta Fuel can go up. ADA can go up. A lot of the DeFi coins, Coty, all these coins that we have, they can potentially just spike upwards. Okay, I think I've talked enough here. I just quickly want to bring Teresa on. Teresa, I think you are also a co-host and you wanted to run through a coin quickly. Was that correct? Or?
Yes, Marius. I just want to say that I think we are so privileged with all the legs that we can have under Bitcoin Trend and Forecast. Especially, I think the hodl knots has the most advantage because we can really just scalp our way up. You got, I mean, your long-term trades, let me just quickly share my screen. Your long-term trades tell us which is the trend. Alex's signals tells us which coins are running for that day. And we just scalp in between. We really have the best of both worlds. So I'm currently in ENJ. So this is the hodl knots indicator and it gives us some buy and sell tags. So there's a lot of other stuff that you need to read along with that, but it just helps you. Our Gamma Trail Flash has about, I think, 8 or 9 indicators in one. And currently I'm scalping ENJ on the 15 minutes. I've been scalping ENJ for the past few days. And based on just the buy and sell tags, you could have made 20% there, 17% there, 14% there. So it's really, really good. And I believe that we've had so many people not understanding charts. And I think if you do the hodl knots course, you will learn the skill to understand charts. And once you understand charts, Marius's long-term trade reports will make so much more sense in a way. And Alex's Trendsec with the day signals and doing the advanced course, you will benefit so much more. But once you have the basic skill, we say basic, but it's really a skill that you learn, is how to trade and how to interpret the charts. Once you've done this and you have this in place, you will make so much more money. So that's us for now. I'm in E&J, so this is my scalping for the day. Thanks, Marius.
Thank you. And that's a great coin as well, you know, E&J. I think you guys had that as well, Alex, in trend signals.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fantastic coin. Guys,
Alex doesn't want to say that. Alex doesn't want to give away anymore. You can see on his face. Yes.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yes.
No, guys, look, this is a time for us to cash in and make some money here. Let's quickly open here for questions, guys. You are lucky to have Jack here from Trend Signals. You're lucky to have Alex here. You're lucky to have Teresa here, Wendy, myself. Quickly, let's get a few questions in and see what we can do and help you with that. So if we can just unmute people there. Okay.
You want to just take one?
Yeah, let's unmute.
Let's do Shulamite. Shulamite? Shulamite.
Yeah, Shulamite. Thank you. Hi, Maris.
Hello.
I just want to make mention of FTM. It's part of the coin that was mentioned in day trade signal, and CHZ. I think I just wanted to look into CHZ and FTM.
Yeah, FTM is one of the ones that I saw in day trade signals. Where was that, Alex? That was...
There it is, right
there. There it is. Okay, that is one for Jack. Alex?
Yeah, 1 second. So I see no problem with FTM here if you are still in it. So I would still hold it. It can technically go here a little bit lower. So it could come down to, have a look here. It could come down to, let's say here, 35 cents, maybe even as low as 30 cents. So, but that is not a problem. So if you want to keep that a little bit long-term, I can tell you, you will make astonishing money with that coin, because I really believe that it will go all the way up here to the high that it has created. That's just one of my targets. I think it can go much, much higher than that. So that's 87 cents. So, and that would, from where it is now, over 100%, over 130%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can take Journey.
Okay, so what Alex basically says there is that you can hold it long term. Now, remember this, guys, what we're going to have is we're going to have an uptrend here. We're going to have a bit of a downtrend. Don't be too concerned about that downtrend there. We think that this downtrend here from that top, wherever that top's going to be, could be about a 12% pullback. Now, remember this, in some of the altcoins that we are trading and the DeFi and NFT coins, that pullback can be 20 or 30%. Okay, so just you always must have a little bit of cash on the side. What I normally do, I exit about 10, 20% of my coins, and then I just come back and wait till I see a nice entry point. And you will never, ever catch that entry point 100%. If you do, you're lucky. People like Teresa probably can do it, and Wendy can do it. But if I'm long-term trade, if I catch the low there, I just look at this and see if that is lower than that previous low, then I buy. And then sometimes it goes a little bit lower and I'm not concerned about it because it turns around and then go up. But I want to warn you, don't miss this spike. Although we show that this spike goes up sideways upwards, we could have a vertical spike here. So you could miss out on some gains. Don't sell your entire portfolio. Scalp trade, take your target like Trend6 suggests, and just follow the plan. Follow what is in the channels. And then also, guys, use your own intuition. Okay, what was the other question there, Wendy? Is there one more question?
Journey.
Is there anybody else there? There's a lot
Evert, maybe Evert.
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Journey's there.
Hey guys. I have a question about KAI, which recently had a bit of a spike. Do we see any retracement, or what is your take on KAI in terms of where's the good entry point? Thank you very much.
Did you want to talk about that, Alex, or did you want me to do that?
You can do it, and then I can still add a comment if I see higher targets.
Okay. I've just spoken to somebody in America. Am I sharing my screen there, Wendy?
Yeah.
Okay. Spoken to a group of people in America about this, and what has happened is that this has spiked at a very nice, a beautiful spike. Remember, we said that this target would have been about 0.5, I believe it was about there, and it actually spiked higher. And just a few hours ago, it literally broke the top of that channel. I would simply just hold KAI for the time being. I went and sold at 0.5 and I thought that this will come down and then we can buy it lower. But looking at the market here now is that, since it's broken that channel here, it can actually go a little bit higher. So Alex, I'm basing my data on the fact that BNB did a similar move way back when it started. And if you bought BNB at, let's say, $4,000 worth of BNB, right when BNB started, you would have now made about 23 to 40 million, somewhere in that region. It's unbelievable money. So I'm basing my data purely just on BNB. Unless you've got extra data there, Alex, I'm really keen to see that.
Yeah. So from a technical standpoint, what I see is that, so if I break it down to a 1 hour chart, it broke here to the upside, as you said, out of your channel. So, and I think it's just consolidating here now. When I go back to a 4 hours chart, and we have here 1 or 2 more legs in to the upside, in my opinion. So based on the stochastic RSI, because the stochastic RSI still wants to move higher here, it did not hit the top of the stochastic RSI, which is 100%, and we are now at 80. So there is a potential 12 hours window where it can still go higher, and here out of that symmetrical triangle that I have drawn, get another spike to the upside before it then potentially comes a little bit lower and will go sideways and then will move up again. So I have to check on the daily how we are looking there. Yeah, so that can definitely start to flatten here at the top and go here way higher. So I think that can go to 10 cents before this really comes down here, or close to 10 cents.
Absolutely, Alex. Because remember, it broke the high of 20 August 2020, that previous high. For me, that is remarkable. Now, this thing can just go ballistic upwards. Are you on have you got log scale on there, or?
No, I don't.
No, you haven't. Okay, that makes a difference as well. But yeah, that can definitely go a little bit higher. I would simply just hold that. If you can buy the coin, you're lucky. It's very difficult to get hold of it, but if you can buy it on, I think on Bittrex, then that's good too. Guys, let's get into another question there. Maybe 2 more questions. My apologies, we can't answer all these questions, guys. We really only want to keep this short, 20 minutes. Let's get to Evert. Can we quickly ask Evert there? Oh, sorry, Evert. We unfortunately took you off there. Just come back on. Ola Seni.
Yes, I just have a little bit of concern, but I noticed that some of us have the same issue, and that's why we've not been doing the day trade. Now, when we get the signals, like, we have, it says entry, sell, stop loss, profit, and while on our, when we say sell, right? And when we go straight to the Binance and we click on the coin, we see stop, limit, amount. So my confusion has always been, if it says entry and it says sell, and once I click on sell, I know what I'm going to put at the stop is what it says, stop loss, but what do I put on the limit? That's my concern.
I didn't get your question there. I don't know if you've got it, Alex.
No, I know it's about stop losses, but I don't understand the question.
Yes, he's asking about on the stop limit, where does he put the stop and the limit to put in a stop limit correctly. So he, you need to share the screen if he wants to know that, or get hold of me.
We have time to teach that right now, but
hold of me afterwards.
Yes,
or
you holler at
us,
us.
or just ask in the Trensic chat channel. Somebody will help you there.
Exactly.
I can give a really simple answer to that. So what I do with smaller coins, where I don't trade a lot of money with, and I mean where I trade less than $5,000 with, my between my stop and the stop limit, I have a spread of 0.5%. So my stop limit price is 0.5% lower than the stop. So, and if it hits my stop limit, then my order will get executed at 0.5% lower than what the market price is at that moment.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So, but you have to calculate it.
Okay. Guys, we are just going to stop the recording here, but I'm more than happy just for this time point, just for today, to stay online and